on Mountain Fun Life. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy. We are delighted to welcome back NASCAR driver Chad Finchum from Halls, Tennessee. Welcome back, Chad.
Thank you, Frank.
Now, you're not the only East Tennessee NASCAR driver. There's a couple others who've made it into the big leagues. For example, like who?
Trevor Bayne.
Yeah.
And then Blake Jones. He's competed a number of times in the NASCAR series. So there's a couple of NASCAR drivers rolling around East Tennessee.
So when you're a kid growing up in Halls, you start driving fast where? Where'd you go? Dirt tracks, what?
So basically, you know, I was a local kid playing ball sports in school, and I told Dad, I said, no offense to baseball, I said, but yeah, I want some speed. I want to be in a car. So
there you go.
We started doing some research.
Because your family watched NASCAR every Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big
huge
deal.
Fans,
yeah.
Huge Dale Earnhardt Sr. fans at that. So. But anyways, there was a local dirt track here in Kodak up off exit 407.
Oh, yeah.
And we called Dumpling Valley Speedway. And
I've heard it.
And so we went and checked that place out and got a go-kart and entered some races, and boom, that was the foundation of my career.
All right, so moving ahead then to when you become a real NASCAR driver, how do you end up with number 42? Is that your choice, their choice?
That's all on the team. Okay. So growing up, from the time that I started racing until I got to this point, we were in full control of number, car schemes, everything. Right. But when you know, now I'm in a situation where the team controls everything, and I just show up and do my part.
Right. Oh yeah, because you can't do it without a crew chief and a pit boss and all of the things.
Correct.
What is that? It's not pit boss is gambling. What do you call it?
Well, you have your pit box, your crew chief, car chief, and then all the mechanics, over the wall guys. But I mean, it's a full team effort. I mean, there's some teams that are fielding, 500 and 600 employees, year round to do this stuff.
Okay. And your team also extends to the engineers at Toyota who have to make your car just a little faster each time you race.
Correct. If it wasn't for the engineers and Toyota and everything that they do over there at TRD and their engine department and chassis department, it would be a lot tougher on us. So we give a lot of praise to those guys.
Now, your first big league race in the Xfinity Series was at Dover, Delaware. But that was a kind of a cool thing for you because you'd been there before in the what are the smaller leagues? What would you call it? The minor
Correct.
leagues?
So as I was coming up through the NASCAR ranks in the NASCAR K&N Series, I'd made 2 or 3 starts at Dover and had very good success there. I mean, we had like 2 or 3 top fives in like 4 or 5 attempts. Yeah. So had a lot of confidence going to that race. And when we had got the call from the team out of Statesville, North Carolina, which is MBM Motorsports, we kind of sat down and got our heads together and picked that race. Hand-picked that race to made my debut so that we could maximize the effort and showcase maybe what we were able to do there.
Put you on a track that you knew.
Right.
Now, you've been back to Dover a couple more times since then?
Yeah.
In fact, we have another great video because you've had our Kira Cup out there to make promotional videos about Chad Finchum.
Correct.
And you can find them at chadfinchum.com. So here's a video that Kira made of Chad and the team at the Dover Speedway. What's it called?
Dover International Speedway.
That's what I thought. I was just want to get it wrong. Let's whirl the tape of the Dover.
All right, bring some in. I need to make a change. Full track is over.
All right, I'm not trying to be like Rain Man, but I watched that video, and you're definitely not 42. Definitely not 42. Definitely 61.
Correct.
What's the story?
So that's always a tough story to explain, but like I said, the team is always in control of the situation. So the team that I drive for, they field 3 or 4 cars, 3 or 4 different car numbers. And so, on some weeks I'm 42, some weeks I'm 61. And they just move you around.
So when you get up to the upper echelon, then we'll associate you with a number.
With a number.
But we're not there yet.
No, you can't marry even a number just yet.
Okay.
Hopefully one day.
All right. But Chad Finchum Racing, that's CFR. We got that. And
Correct.
ChadFinchum.com, that's
Correct.
constant.
Yes, it is. And we're active on all the other social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and we try and do as much as we can to keep everybody up to date with social media these days.
And I'm glad because I guess this is the off season.
It is.
Right. So what is the on season? Starts with what? Like Daytona?
It starts with Daytona.
How did I know that? I guess I must know more about NASCAR than I thought I did.
Just always remember when the Super Bowl comes,
Yeah.
for 2 weeks to Daytona.
Boom. All right.
But so we start with Daytona every year, and the season goes from Valentine's to Thanksgiving. So
There
it's a
you go.
long season. We only get 2 or 3 weeks break total, and the rest of it we're on the road.
And you're all over the country. I mean, I've seen the big trailers, passing through, headed from Bristol out to even as far as California.
Oh yeah,
Texas.
We go. I mean, we go border to border, north to south, the whole 9 yards. And it's there was a number that come out I seen on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't remember the number, but they did a mile tracker on one of the rigs on how many miles it put on it, and I was like, I cannot believe.
Yeah.
And that's some of the guys on the team that don't get a lot of credits, the truck drivers.
Oh,
but
yeah.
They are away from their families and on the road, and
So
the hustle-
technically, they're a NASCAR driver.
they are NASCAR truck driver.
Wow. All right, Chad, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. And I guess I got to stop because we got a whole bunch of people over there wanting to get selfies with you.
Yeah, thank
All
you,
right.
Frank. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Chad Finchum from Chad Finchum Racing. So the season will start up right at Valentine's Day, run through Thanksgiving, and we're rooting for your success.
We appreciate that. Thank
All right,
you.
and tell your mom and dad I said hey.
I will do.
All right, you're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel.